Yo, it's Yerk, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a working battle bus that flies across the sky in Fortnite Creative. Now, this tutorial is super cool, and it's the perfect mechanic for your mini BR maps. All players will start up here inside of our battle bus, and they can jump out whenever they want to, as the battle bus flies over wherever they want to drop. If the players don't leave the battle bus, it will also force them to jump at the end of the bus route, just like it does in Battle Royale. But as you guys can see here, we take a dive out of the battle bus, and it works basically the same way the battle bus from BR does. You guys can set up more battle buses than I did along your bus route to make it like a smoother ride, but the minimum you guys really want to set is like at least 3. But that is what we're going to be making in today's video, and I know a lot of you guys have been asking me to do this for like a couple years, so I know that you guys are going to be excited about this, so drop a like on the video for me. I would have made this sooner for you guys, but it wasn't really possible until recently with the prop manipulator and now the skydive device. So first things first, let's grab out the props that we're going to need to build our bus. The first prop I used was the blue tent from the Lonely Lodge prop gallery. Then we're going to pull up the Dusty Depot prop gallery, and we're going to grab out this rocket thing. And lastly, of course, we're going to pull out the vehicle gallery A and pull out our blue bus. I think you guys can figure out how to assemble it, so we're actually just going to hop right into the tutorial from here. Alright, so the very first thing that we need to do after we've made our little battle bus is we need to define where we want the battle bus path to fly. And as you guys can see, I want mine to go from there to here to there. And we're just going to do 3 for this tutorial so you guys can get the understanding of how to set it up. But you can set up way more. So after that, we're going to pull out the skydive volume device right here. Bam, place it down. And we're going to open up the settings. And we want to set the width to 15, depth to 100, and we can set the height to 0.5 or something. But then we're going to set the push force to -2. And we also want to set allow glider redeployed to no. Then we're just going to hit OK. So now, as you guys can see, we have our battle bus here, and our first one is all the way, or our last one's all the way over on this edge. This one's in the middle, and the first one is clear over on this edge. So now what we need to do is we need to first pull out a prop manipulator. We're going to place down the prop manipulator right up here. And we're going to open it up, and we're going to set enable during phase all, start hidden. We want this to be no just because this is the first one, but the other 2, we will want this enabled. So the prop health, we're going to set this to indestructible, and we're going to set it to be a zone. Now we just want to make the zone big enough that it'll cover the entire battle bus. Just like that. Yep, that's perfect. So now that we have that, we need to go ahead and set show props when receiving from no channel, hide props when receiving from channel 1. Click OK, and now we need a mutator zone. Place the mutator zone underneath the battle bus, and again, we're going to set it up so it's big enough to fit the entire battle bus inside of its zone. And we want to set enable during phase to none. Then we're going to set enable when receiving from channel 1, and on player entering the zone, transmit on channel 1. Just like that. Make sure it's all looking good. Perfect. Now we need a teleporter. Place the teleporter right here above your mutator zone, just like that. And we're going to open up the settings. We're going to set the group for this first one to none, and the target group to A. Then we're going to make it invisible, no sound effects, no visual effects, but we want to face the player in the relative direction. After teleporting, activate when receiving from channel 1. We're also going to set the effect radius to 25 meters. Just like that. Now what we want to do is just copy our teleporter, our mutator, and our prop manipulator device, and we're going to come and place it down right underneath the center of our second bus. Just like so. And now we're going to open up the prop manipulator, and now we're going to set this to start hidden to yes. Then we're going to set show props when receiving from channel 1 and hide props when receiving from channel 2. Click OK. Mutator zone, we're just going to change enable when receiving from 2 and on player entering transmit on 2. And for the teleporter, we're going to change the group to A, the target group to B, and activate when receiving from channel 2. Once again, we're just going to grab our mutator zone, teleporter, and prop manipulator. And we're going to move on down to the next and final battle bus for this tutorial. Once again, just place it down right here in the middle. Bam, right underneath. And we're going to go ahead and again start with the prop manipulator. Gonna set this to show props when receiving from channel 2 and hide props when receiving from channel 3. Teleporter, group B, C, and then activate when receiving from channel 3. And the mutator zone, we're going to just set on player entering and enable when on channel 3. And you guys can just keep doing that as many times as you want to create as many different battle buses as you like. But then all we need to do now is head back to our very first battle bus, and we're going to set a player spawn pad inside of it. Then we also need to come down and we need to pull out a music sequencer. Place it down anywhere on your island, it doesn't really matter. And we're going to set it up so the tempo, we want that to be like 6. We're going to set activate on game phase to game start. And then we just want to evenly space some triggers throughout this zone, just like so, that are 1, 2, 3, 4, and on, depending on how many battle buses you have. But that is all you actually have to do to make a working battle bus, and players can jump out of this battle bus, like I said, whenever, and it'll work just fine, and they'll be able to fly down to the island. And it's cool because it flies across the sky, and you guys can no longer, you don't see these 3 battle buses after the first one goes. This one disappears and that one shows up. And that's how you guys make a battle bus in Fortnite Creative. Thank you all so much for watching. Click here to watch one of my other videos where I show you how to make cool stuff. As always, stay up.